everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about the main and rod bearings. When you go to replace them, there's a color code that Honda put on the edge of both the rod and the crank bearings. And right now these are the crank bearings or main bearings that I took out of the engine. And if you'll notice, there's a green edge there, and they come in green, yellow, brown, and black, and that determines the size of the actual bearing. Now again, these are the main bearings, and I've got the rod bearings over on the other side, and they're a little harder to see the color, and we'll go over there and I'll show you that. Okay, so these are the actual rod bearings, and like I said, the color is really difficult to see on these, but they look to be brown to me. Like that one right there looks brown. A couple of the other ones look brown. And then there's one right here that either looks green or yellow. Can't really tell, but there's definitely a couple of brown ones, and then maybe the green or yellow. That could be yellow right there. And then here's a main bearing like I just showed you, and it's definitely green. So then what you do is you go to the Honda shop manual, and they've got this chart here, and what you do is you correspond the colors along with the number that's imprinted on the piston rod. And the numbers on the piston rods, which I showed you before, like this one has a 2. So these three right here have, well, that one's got a 1. Actually, this should be up here. Oh, that's a 1. And that's a 1. That's a 2. That's a 1. And that one right there is a 2. And then the bent rod that I showed you before, that was also a 2. So I've got 3 2s and 3 1s. So again, you look on this chart, and the rods that have number 1 on there. Okay, now one thing I forgot to show you is on the end of the crankshaft there's a code, and it shows it here, and they call it an OD code. And there are some numbers that are very crudely printed on the side of the crankshaft, and I'll take you over to the crankshaft and show you that. Okay, so now here we are at the crank, and on the edge, the end of the crank, you see these numbers that are etched on there. I'll try to get it so you can see, but right here it says PL and then AAA and BBB. There, you might be able to see it there. AAA, BBB. And then right there is a PL. So it's PL, AAA, BBB. So what that means is, like when you're sitting on the bike, looking down, starting from the left side of the engine, which is number 1 cylinder. So number 1, 2, and 3 are A's, and 4, 5, and 6 are B's. And that identifies the size of the rod. So the first 3 rods on the left are A's, the other 3 are B. So now we'll go back over to the shop manual. Okay, so like I showed you before, I have 3 rods that have 1, and 3 that have 2 on the edge. So the 3 that say 1, I go over here, and my A, which is cylinder number 1, 2, and 3, take a yellow bearing. So mine are probably, that other color that I couldn't see is probably yellow. My number 2 rod and the other 3 on the B are brown. So my number 2 rods take brown if you put them on 4, 5, and 6. And the number 2 rod, if I go 1, 2, and 3, take a green bearing. So I have to buy 3 greens and 3 browns. 3 sets of green, 3 sets of brown for my rod bearings. Now my main bearings that I took out, they're all green. So I'm just going to buy the new ones that are all green. Now, the main bearing has this coat on the side of the engine, which actually I've not looked at yet, but I will. But like I said, all the bearings that I took out were all green, so my inclination is to buy all new green ones. But let's go take a look at what I have on the side of my engine here. So here we are on the side of the engine. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And underneath each corresponding number are hash marks. So my 1, 2, 3 have 2 hash marks, 4, 5, 6 have 2, and then 7 has 3. So let's go back and look at that. So again, remember, my engine said that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 were all 2 hash marks, or the Roman numeral 2, and my number 7 is a 3. So what you do is you turn the page and you look on this chart, so my number 3 I have to go back. I have to look now on the crank at those first numbers there to the left of the numbers that I looked at before. So I have to look at to see what those numbers are. And if I remember correctly, they're all number 1s, but we'll go back and look. Okay, so here we are back at the crank. Now, when I look on that side of the crank, you can see there 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So all 7 of my numbers there are 1s. So that's easy. All 7 are 1, which makes it easy, which explains why all my main bearings were 1s. Or green rather. So if I go here, now the side of my engine had all 2s and then a 3, but according to this, if you have a double hash mark and all your main journals are 1, that's green, which makes sense. Mine were all green. But I have on my number 7 had a 3 hashes and it was a 1. It should be brown. But I better go back and check that one because I should have one bearing there that should be brown. So let's go back and look. So this is my number 7 bearing right here. Unfortunately, that's where most of the rust was. So I'm not even sure if we're even going to be able to see this one, but let's just pull this baby out and see if we can check it out. So these are the bearings right here that I just took out of my journal number 7, which according to the engine stampings, these should have a brown edge on them, but unfortunately these had the most rust on them, so obviously I can't see the brown on there, but I'm going to replace them with the brown because that's what my engine is telling me. We'll take a look at that again. So here we are. Okay, so cylinder 1 is 2 hashes, 2 is 2, 3 is 2, 4 is 2, 5 is 2, 6 is 2, 7 is 3. All these 2s are green because the end of my crank are all 1s. So we'll go back to the shop manual. And here we are. So 2 hash marks. Number 1, green. 3 hash marks. Number 1, brown. So that means that my 7th journal is brown. So I've got to buy 6 sets of green and 1 set of brown. So it's a little confusing at first, but once you get it, it's pretty simple. So there again, you look on the left side of your crank, get the code. You look on the edge of your engine, you get the codes or the hash marks. Then you look on here and you do the corresponding accordingly. And then on the main or on the rod bearings, you look on the right side of the crank numbers, you get the code. You get the number on the side of the rod. Then you look at the corresponding for the color. So again, it's a little confusing at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. So I am going to go ahead and order those new bearings, and then in the meantime, I'm going to clean up the rest of the engine, which I have ready to do. I got to clean up the crankshaft and then clean up the 2 engine cases using my parts washer over there. And I'll clean it up the same way that I showed you how to do the on the rods and so on. And then we'll get this thing back. We'll start putting this thing back together again, which should be fun. That's when the fun starts. So to recap, what I need to do in my case, I need to order 6 sets of green rod bearings and 1 set of brown, because there are 7 journals. I'm sorry, those are the main bearings I have to order. I have to order 6 sets of green, 1 set of brown, because there are 7 journals on the main bearings. On the rod bearings, I have to order 3 sets of green and 3 sets of brown. So, and when you're rebuilding one of these engines, the other thing you have to order new are obviously the cam chains. You have your primary chain, this big thick job here, and then your cam chain right there. The other thing that might be a good idea to check is your cam chain adjuster, which I have not checked this one, but I'm going to. So those are a couple of immediate things that you have to order to put this engine back together again. So I'm going to go ahead and get those ordered. Also, new clutches. I'll put new clutch plates in there. So right off the bat, I've got to order the bearings, the primary chain, the cam chain, and the clutches. And then we can get this thing back together again. So and by the way, when you order this stuff, order it directly from Honda. Don't go on eBay and buy the aftermarket stuff. I don't care how good it is. Honda parts are still the best. I just don't even compromise. The one time that I compromised was when my stator went out on my Blackbird here. And I bought an aftermarket stator from a reputable company that had great reviews and so on. But when I put the stator together, I spent a year trying to get the oil leak to stop, and it just wouldn't stop. And I finally, after taking the stator cover off a number of times and replacing new gaskets and so on, I came to the conclusion that the rubber grommet that the wire harness for the stator goes through was just not the same quality that Honda has. So I ordered a brand new stator from Honda, put it in there, put the thing back together again, no more oil leaks. So I just don't compromise. And the one time I compromised, I had to pay for it. I ended up buying, 2 stators. So when you buy these new bearings and cam chains and primary chains and everything, don't compromise. The Honda parts are the best. They're more expensive, but it's better than putting the whole engine back together again and then having to do it all over again. So just buy Honda stuff. Anyway, that's my opinion. You can do what you want. So I guess that's it for this video. And the next video, I will go over cleaning up the 2 engine halves. And then I'm going to put a little quick paint job on them. And then once I get the engine back together again, I'm going to paint the whole engine, and we'll go over that as well. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and please subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. So again, thank you for watching. I really appreciate all the subscriptions, and hopefully there'll be a lot more videos in the future. I'm going to go step by step on building this engine, so I'm not going to leave a thing out. So please stay tuned and be patient. Sometimes it might be a few days between videos and so on, but if you subscribe, and then once you've subscribed, hit the bell on the right, and you'll get notified as soon as I post more videos. So we'll see you next time. Thank you.